Hey Momentum family, so good to be with you. I got to tell you, this is a video that I've been waiting so long to do because today I get to tell you about how Momentum is going to regather live and in person. But before we dive into that, I want to talk about just a couple things. James Emery White is a pastor that we as a leadership team have learned some things from, and he was just talking about the fact that they're a large church and they'll be one of the last to gather because of just the dynamics of being a large church and trying to do that well and what that looks like. And that can be for larger churches, that can be for multi-site churches. But I thought one of the things cool that he said was we want to celebrate the smaller churches and the other churches that have already started gathering. We want to celebrate that they can gather because it's not a competition. It's about really each church deciding when it's best for their church family. And I think it's just a good chance for us to remind ourselves that Christ is the center of it all. Not when we regather, it's Jesus. And so it can be easy, I think, for us to say our regathering shows that we have a belief in religious liberty, or our delaying in regathering means that we just have a concern for our neighbor. We are regathering to show that we're bold, or we're being slow to regather because we want to show that we are wise. And I just want to remind us that our regathering plan is not what makes us right with God. That Jesus, only Jesus, makes us right with God. I think in this extremely challenging and unprecedented time, that we can't allow these decisions to become a point of divisiveness among God's people. Let's be honest. There is enough divisiveness in our world right now, and I think it's time for the church to offer an amazing alternative. Ed Stetzer says that a divided world needs a united church. Jesus is our identity. Jesus is our holiness. Jesus is our freedom. So I just want you to know, Momentum in no way is taking a stance, but we are just trying our very best to be careful and to be wise. And what does Jeremiah tell us? Jeremiah was writing to all the Israelites who had been displaced from Israel and Jerusalem into foreign countries. And he said, you seek the welfare of the city where I've sent you into exile, and you pray to the Lord on its behalf, for in its welfare you will find your welfare. Man, I want to do nothing more than to love our cities, to love our communities, to love our neighbors right now, right? Isn't that what Jesus summed everything up? They said, what's the most important commandment? He said, man, just love God and love people. So we want to love our city and do that well. And what does that kind of love look like? Well, 1 Corinthians 13 says, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it's not proud, it does not dishonor others, it's not self-seeking, it's not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And I love that love always protects. So in our loving the neighbor, loving each other, there is a protection piece too there. And so I also want to say, as we come back, we want to offer grace upon grace. What do I mean by that? Guess what? There's going to be some people that are so fired up and ready to come back. There's going to be others that are not. There's going to be somebody that's so ready to give somebody a hug and shake a hand. There will be others who are not ready to do that. And that could go on, but we just got to offer grace upon grace to each other. I mean, we are our brother and sisters in Christ, right? Hey, I want to thank our staff and a number of volunteers who've just been working in totally new ways and above and beyond during this period to make gatherings for our Sunday morning online happen, to make children's ministry still just vibrant and exciting and relevant to our kids and families, to make Moxie, our student ministry, still reach students where they are and keep teaching them what it means to be a follower of Jesus and develop a faith of their own. Our staff and volunteers have been amazing, and I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to our elders who have had so much wisdom. They have prayed and met many times, a lot of Zoom meetings, and we said even at one time, gosh, we are making decisions that seem like they only last for 2 weeks, and then we've got to make new ones. But their wisdom, their prayer, and their encouragement, we wouldn't be here without that. So, drum roll, please. All right. Our gatherings. Momentum is going to regather starting Sunday, July 12th. Sunday, July 12th. All three campuses, Eagles Landing, McDonough, Forsyth. Here's what some of that's going to kind of look like. Those 3 Sundays, July 12th, I think that's what's, the last 3 Sundays of July. I won't worry about dates. But there will be video teaching at each campus. We're going to have those messages done. We're actually shooting them on location in front of a lake because we're doing a series called Breaking Nets and Sinking Boats. And it's all about Jesus when he took the disciples and told them about to go fish and throw their nets to this side. And they brought him more fish than they could carry. It was even breaking their nets and sinking their boats. And so can't wait for you to be a part of that series. But we'll do video teaching at each campus so everybody will hear the same message from the same teacher. Then what's going to happen is, as campus pastors, myself, Luke, and Seth and I, we will host all 3 weeks those live gatherings. That allows us to cast vision, to tell you how things need to work and go, and even be casting vision for what we're going to look like in August. We want to be available for people, and we also know that, man, we may have to adjust on the fly from week to week. How chairs are set up, how we can, keep social distancing, how we can get everybody in, and so we just needed to do that. We want to be free to do that. We want to be free to be leading our church body into August. The music at these gatherings will be live, but we're going to do smaller bands, very intentionally. The gatherings are going to be a little bit shorter because there's not going to be children's programming live in July. So your kids' families, we will sit together, but we'll keep it shorter, knowing that our children are part of our gathering. And get this, new times. We're going to try 2 brand new times of 9 o'clock and 10:45. One, because we're going to be shorter, it gives us time to do some cleaning and resetting in between. And hey, I think this is a season that we can try some things, okay? So 9 o'clock and 10:45, 2 gatherings at Eagles Landing. Yes, Eagles Landing, you'll have 2 gatherings during this season. Forsyth will have 2 gatherings. McDonough will have 2 gatherings. But 9 and 10:45. But at McDonough, again, we're going to try something. McDonough has the larger attendance of our 3 campuses, so we thought we might need another opportunity. Many of you in your survey said you would come to a different time if needed. So Thursday night at 7 o'clock. So actually, the first time we will gather at McDonough will be Thursday night, July 9th. And we'll do that July 9th and July 16th. There will be a 7 o'clock gathering. It'll be exactly like the following weekend. So July 9th will be the same as July 12th. And if you can come that night and your family, and you want to do that because you're going to be traveling on the weekend or going to the lake, or you want to do something else, but you want to provide room for people, you can do that. And so we're going to try that for 2 weeks. So Thursday, July 9th and July 16th at our McDonough campus. And you're probably saying, well, wouldn't they do the 3rd Thursday in July? Because we're planning something exciting for our church family. We're going to have a momentum takeover at Buckner's Restaurant, Thursday, July 23rd. So they're preparing a menu that'll be fresh so you can purchase food. We're going to invite all Momentum to come, and we're going to sit around outside, picnic tables, bring your camping chairs. We're just going to have a kind of a church family picnic at Buckner's Restaurant to support that business, and they're a part of our church family, and for us to just have a chance to regather and have some community. So please mark Thursday night, July 23rd. We're going to remove our chairs from each campus and set them up intentionally. We'll adjust that each week if we need to. For the table, we will do the table, but you will get that as you come into the auditoriums. That will be handed to you by someone with a mask and gloves on, and it's an all-inclusive. It has a wafer on top and then has the juice, so that'll be handed to you. Our giving buckets will be available on our tables for anybody who wants to give that way. And of course, Momentum, you have been amazing through this season. Your generosity has sustained our church above and beyond. It's been able to allow us to do incredible serving people and even do some cool things at each of our campuses. I think you'll notice when you come back. So that's how that's happening. So you may be saying, I'm so excited for our church, but I'm not ready to come back. We understand, and that's okay. Because in July, we'll still have our online gathering. It'll still include worship. So all 3 of those Sundays, you'll have the opportunity to watch what we've been watching already, and it'll be Sundays at 10 a.m. Now, why do I say it'll still include worship? Because whenever we get to full gathering, kind of more back to what we've experienced in the past, in August, hopefully, but our online will be predominantly teaching and a host. And then we'll use some music at times, but not always, just because once we're doing full bands back live, it's hard for us to do all that and record that. But a teacher will record the message on Thursdays each week, and that'll be online with online hosts. So if you're gone traveling, or if you want to use that to reach out to your friends and neighbors, that's still going to be a tool that Momentum is going to keep using. Children's will still be online through July. All resources will still be available, just like as they have been. And I want you to know, at our live gatherings, we'll not be having hospitality. So bring your own coffee. Okay, bring your own coffee. It's welcomed and encouraged. And there won't be any guest central at this time. I just want you to know, we have cleaned the carpets at the buildings, and we may actually clean them again. We have lots of portable stands coming in for hand sanitizer, and even sanitizers will be mounted on the walls. In between our gatherings, we will be wiping down door handles, wiping down bathrooms, wiping down giving tables. We will be checking temperatures only of key volunteers and staff during July. And then our staff and our key volunteers will be wearing masks. And I know that's not a lot of fun. My wife has to wear one every day at work, and it can sometimes be a pain, but we have ordered some cool Momentum logoed masks. And so if you volunteer, your key volunteer, you might get one. Attenders, it is up to you if you choose to wear a mask. Greeters will hold doors open for people, and will prop doors open for people when they're leaving. So right now, I want you to know, this is our plan for July. So we've got to be flexible. We may have to adjust. We've learned that through this time, nothing more as a church, we have to be able to pivot quickly, and we have to be able to adapt. And then August, our hope is we're going to be continually evaluating, and our hope will be just to keep moving forward in August. So don't forget, Thursday, July 23rd, Momentum Takeover at Buckner's Restaurant. 2 gatherings at all of our campuses starting July 12th, 9 and 10:45. And then July 9th and July 16th, you can come on Thursday evening at our McDonough campus. We love you guys. We can't wait to be in person. And we thank you for the ways that you've continued to be the church, even during this unprecedented time. Love you guys.